Who knows where the careers are now? Either too far to reach me or too sure this is a trick, or is it possible? Too scared of me? They know I have a bow and arrows, of course. Kato saw me take them from Glimmer's body, but they had to put two and two together yet? Figured out I blew up the supplies and killed their fellow courier? Possibly they think Thrush did this. Wouldn't he be more likely to revenge Ruth's death than I would? Being from the same district? Or that he never ever took interest in her. And what about Foxface? Did she hang around to watch me blow up the supplies? No. When I caught her laughing in the ashes the next morning, it was as if someone had given her a lovely surprise. I doubt they think Petra has a little lit the signal fire. Kato is sure he's as good as dead. I find myself wishing I could tell Petra about the flowers I put on Root, that now I understand what he was trying to stay on the roof. Perhaps if he wins the games, he'll see me on the victor's night. When he wins the games, they replay the highlights of the games on the screen over the stage where we did our interviews. The winner sits in a place of honor on the platform, surrounded by their support crew. But I told Root I'd be there, for both of us, and somehow it seems even more important that vow I gave Prim. I really think I started a chance of doing it now. Winning. It's not just having the arrows or outsmarting the couriers a few times, although those things help. Something happened then when I was holding Rue's hand, watching the life drain out of her. Now I'm determined to avenge her, to make her less unforgettable. And I can do only one thing by winning, and thereby making myself unforgettable. I overcook the birds, hoping someone will show up to shoot, but no one does. Maybe the other tributes are out there beating one another senseless, which will be fine. Ever since the bloodbath, I have featured on screens more than I care. Eventually, I wrap up my food and go back to the stream to replenish my water and gather some. But the heaviness from the morning drifts back over me, and even though it's only early evening, I climb a tree and settle in for the night. My brain begins to replay the events from yesterday. I keep seeing Rue's beard, my arrow piercing the boy's neck. I don't even know why I should have cared about the boy. Then I realized. He was my first kill, along with the other statistics that they report that to help people place their bets, every tribute has a list of kills. I guess technically I get credited for the Glimmer and the girl from District 4 too, for dumping the nest on them. But the boy from District 1 was the first person I knew would die because of my actions. Numerous animals had lost their lives at my hands, but only one human. I hear Gale saying, "How different can it be really?" Amazingly similar to the execution. A bow pulled, an arrow shot. Entirely different in the aftermath. I kill a boy whose name I don't even know. Somewhere his family is weeping for him. His friends call for my blood. Maybe he has a girlfriend who really believes he will come back. But I think Rue's still body, and I remember I banished the boy from my mind. At least for now. It's been an uneventful day, according to the sky. No deaths. I wonder how long we'll get until the next catastrophe brings us back together. If it's going to be tonight, I want to get some sleep first. I cover my good ear to block out the strain of the anthem, but then I hear the trumpets and sit up in anticipation. For the most part, the only communications the tributes get from the outside arena is the nightly death roll, but occasionally there will be trumpets followed by an announcement. Usually this will be a call to a feast. When food is scarce, the game makers will invite the players to a banquet, somewhere known to all likes of Conopia, as an inducement to gather and fight. Sometimes there is a feast, and sometimes there is nothing but a loaf of stale bread for the tributes to compete for. I wouldn't go for the food, but this could be an ideal time to take a few competitors. Claudia's temperamental voice booms from over the head, congratulating the 6 of us who remain. But he's not inviting us to a feast. He's saying something very confusing. There has been a rule change in the games. A rule change? That in itself is mind-bending, since we don't really have rules to speak of except don't step off your circle for 60 seconds and the unspoken rule about not eating one another. Under the new rule, both tributes from the same district will be declared winners if they are the last two alive. Claudius pauses, as if we know we are not getting it, and repeats the new change again. The news sinks in. 2 tributes can win this year, if they are from the same district. Both can live. Both of us can win. Live. Before I can stop myself, I call out Petra's name.